All right, last long run day of training before New York City. We're doing 20, 21. Again, we're just kind of like going with it. We're hoping to get at least 20 though, but we are headed out. It's probably about 50 degrees, a little bit colder. Went with the Nike Pegs. And yeah, let's just take it 1 mile at a time, early morning. Let's get far as early as we can. Yep. 5.76, 1 hour, 6 minutes. Still cruising, probably doing about 11:40-ish. Yeah, doing my check-in now because I'm gonna take my second gel at 6 miles. I've been crushing gels on this training block way more than I used to, but it's more safety, right? Stomach feels good. Still cruising. .24 miles, 2 hours, 17 minutes. Second check-in, just had a gel at 12 miles. Whoa, I'm all over the place. Had to do nutrition before the check-in. A little story time for you. A couple miles back, big group of runners, a couple bikes were coming up behind them, and they sit on the left. They were pretty close to them. And the whole group, I just heard, on your left, on your left. I kind of was just giggling myself because I feel like there was an accident about to happen behind me. But they eventually, bikes got by. They passed me, they're like, stupid runners. And then, I mean, I will say one thing about the bikers. Like, stay on your left early enough or get a little bell. I like the bells, I can hear it. I can hear it, you know, a couple hundred feet away. But the runners for like the next half mile were pretty funny, and they definitely reminded me of the seagulls from Finding Nemo. And that they were just like, they were right honest. Like, they should have said, you know, on your left earlier, or they just had like all kinds of excuses, and it seemed to give them something to talk about for like another half mile or a couple miles. And I just got a kick out of it because they were never like, man, we probably should have got over quicker. Just funny. Okay, 12.38. See ya, like, I think 18. .26, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Yeah, I think we're doing 21. This will be my last check-in. And yeah, next time I'll see you back at the apartment. We'll find out how this ends. Recording. All right, what is going on? We are back in the apartment and we're gonna go over the run. We're gonna talk about a couple aspects of it. We're gonna talk about the shoes, and then we're gonna talk about, you know, where this leaves me with 2 weeks left until the New York City Marathon. First things first, we can go over the initial stats of the run. Overall, ended with, I got Strava up in front of me. I always do it this way. 21.01 miles, 10:44 average mile, 3:45 total, 3 hours, 45 minutes total moving time, 413 elevation gain, and 154 average BPM. That is all really good stuff for me. I will say the first thing I want to talk about is the splits themselves. It was the first thing I talked about with my last long run, and this one, very similar. I started slower. I was doing more 11:30s to 12-minute miles, basically just getting those base of miles in before I got to the actual hard part of the run. I didn't let things go. I didn't really kick as much as I did last week, which was great because I feel better now. It's been, 4 or 5 hours since I got home from the run, showered, ate a lot of food. I think my overall recovery is going to be totally worth, not cooking myself as much during the run. And then when it comes to, you know, the long run, the last 5-6 weeks building up to this moment, I will say that I think there's certain things I've taken into my running that I've never had before. And it's generally on the form and general running efficiency. You know, I'm not changing my form quickly and overnight, but there's certain things just about kind of tucking my lower abs in and kind of engaging my abs, rotating my hips a little bit more. My overall posture, I think, while running now is really a different runner from 8 weeks ago. My cadence, my average cadence, I'm talking like not average cadence during a run, but my average cadence like over the course of my general running has come up quite a bit. It is showing that my body is starting to naturally, you know, become more efficient. The turnover is a little bit better. I have a lower chance of getting injured because that cadence is higher. I think I'm forcing myself to stop reaching a bit more as well, and I'm planting more underneath my body. So there's a lot of real positives that I think I've just kind of developed over the last month or so, over the last 6 weeks or so, and I'm looking forward to like improving that even more. One big ticket item I will talk about, especially looking back at this 21 miler, is the Nike Pegasus 38s. I found a lot of comfort in them on these longer runs. I thought they were amazing for the 17 miler 2 weeks ago, but looking at how they overall felt in this run, comfortable. They give you that breathing room in terms of like that little bit of stretch. Your feet, you know, they swell. They hit the ground a lot during a long run, you know, thousands of times. So, you know, they give you all those things that you want in that daily trainer. But I will say, and this could be for a number of reasons, around mile 19 today, I just felt like they were not preserving my legs as well as the Endorphin Pros the week before. And obviously, you know, that's comparing a pro marathon shoe, the elite, I guess, marathon shoe from Saucony, versus, you know, the daily trainer kind of more consumer focused Nike shoe, which is the Nike Pegasus. So yeah, I mean, like my general takeaway is I was a little concerned about, you know, maybe jumping into the pros for the marathon because I've been doing so much in the Pegasus, but after the 19 miler in the pros, comparing that with the 21 miler in the Pegs, confident in the pros. I think they're going to preserve my legs better for 26 miles. And yeah, I'm obviously in general, I'm just really excited to run in those shoes because I've had them for such a long time and I just really want to use them on the right thing, use them on the right race, and New York City is definitely the right race. And finally, the last thing to talk about is I'm now officially done with the peak. Oh, hit the mic. I'm done with the peak of my training and I will taper down for just 2 weeks. So I ended up getting a 35-mile week in this week. I went from 10 to 13 to 15 to 17 to 19 to 21. Again, I've said this in other videos, I would not recommend building on your long runs, you know, adding 2 miles to every long run every week. But it was kind of the only way for me to get there in time. 14 days to the day. Probably not by the time you're watching this video, but 14 days to the day of me filming it. So very excited for New York City. I still can actually fundraise for Parkinson's research through the end of the year. So I'm fundraising with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. My goal is $5,500. I'm getting quite close to that. I think we're under about $1,500 to go now. It's all based around the New York City Marathon, but I can take donations anytime. That's gonna wrap it up for me. End of the video. Hopefully that was short and sweet. I've been really running on and on with these. That was my training run, 21 miles, longest run I've done in 2021. That's an interesting fact. And yeah, hopefully you got a little entertainment out of it. Hopefully you got something from it. If you are running New York City, let me know. Drop a comment below. Feel free to follow me on Strava. You can stay up to date with all of my workouts. Follow me on Instagram. I post there the most in general with social media. And yeah, stay safe. Enjoy your runs out there. And I will see you in the next video. Peace. 200 miles, 208 miles on the Nike Pegasus 38s. Probably a 200-mile review coming. Yeah, that'll be good. That could be a good thing for me to film during the taper. No long run.